Hi everyone, I'm Misty and I'm going to show you how to make mason jar soups for work. Essentially it's a instant soup similar to Mr. Noodle, I guess, but much healthier. As you may know, Mr. Noodle is high in fat, high in sodium, has preservatives, has things like MSG in it, things that you really don't need, and really has no nutritional value. These mason jar soups, as you can see, are packed with vegetables and healthier alternatives. I'm using Epicure products, so I'll be showing you which Epicure products I'm using and why I like using them. What's really important with mason jar soups is the layering. So as you can see, I have the soup base here, I have the noodles here, and then I have vegetables here, and then on top I'll be putting protein. Why this is important is because all the wet ingredients, if they touch the soup base, you'll get kind of chunky, and it's not really great having to drink soup that has some chunkies in it. So I like to separate them with the noodles. So today I'll be making an Asian style or Asian flavor soup, and this is like my favorite. So I'll show you how to use this. So first I'm going to use the Asian Unami. So what this is a nutritional yeast. It adds a toasty, savory flavor, and it's actually great for as a vegan alternative to cheese. So I really like it. It kind of has like all these toasted seeds in them. It's really actually quite nice. I just want to see if you can see that. Okay, and it all has all natural ingredients in here. So sesame seeds, inactive nutritional yeast, has rice, it has carrots, ginger, lemongrass. So what we're going to do is put a tablespoon of this. So this is the Epicure spoon. It has different measurements on it. I like it. So 1 tablespoon. And then we're going to put the miso ginger. So this is generally a dressing seasoning. You can make dressing with it by adding, vinegar and an oil to it. But you can use it in your soup base as well. Again, it's all natural ingredients. And you're going to do a tablespoon of that. It smells so good. And then we're going to do the vegetable broth, okay? I usually do chicken broth in this one, but because I used all my chicken broth in the last month, I have to get some new stuff. So this is the vegetable broth, which is really good. It smells delicious. It kind of has like a red bell pepper smell to it, because as you can see, there's carrots and bell peppers in there. Also has other herbs, celery seeds, black pepper, nutritional yeast, carrots, onion. So I'm going to add that. So you just need 1 tablespoon of each flavor. Then you're going to add your rice noodles. So these are the vermicelli rice noodles. They come in the package with the pink netting. I got mine at Superstore. And so you can just add one of the clumps. My husband Mike likes to have 2 clumps, so I'll put 2 in there as an example. And then you're just going to fill it up with vegetables on the top. Get it in there. There we go. So vegetables. So as you can see, I have carrots, I have yellow bell peppers, I have onions. And what I used to cut them and slice them into really fine slices was our Epicure slicer. What I really like about it is that it really gets them thin. And why you want them thin is because when you put your boiling water in your soup cup, you want the noodles, you want your vegetables to slightly get softer, right? So it's really good to have them slightly cooked by slicing them thinner. So as you can see here, this is one of the carrots, and I could put my nail behind it and you can see it. So that's pretty thin. So I'm going to add some carrots. You can add pretty much whatever you want to your soup jar. I like yellow bell peppers to get some color in there. I'm going to cut up some onion here to show you how this works. Now there's like 2 little slits here that kind of fit really nice over your bowl. And you just slice your onion right on top. Simple. And again, you get that really thin cut. So just squish it down. I like a lot of onion. Now you can also add things like more of like the thicker vegetables such as broccoli. You could add celery. You could add cabbage, whatever you like. I also add zucchini sometimes. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna add some coleslaw because this is just a coleslaw mix. It has red and white cabbage in it. Just gonna add that to the top. Squish it down. Perfect. And I personally like cilantro. Not a lot of people like cilantro, but I love it. So I'm just gonna chop it a bit because I do like the big chunks in my soup. And just add it to the top. Now, I want to add a protein, and you can add whatever kind of protein you like. You can add beans, you could add roast beef, you could add ham. I'm going to add some chicken breast and some chicken thigh. So you're going to want to cut this up into bite-sized pieces and then cook them. Now you can cook them over stovetop if you like. You can cook them in on a grill. You can bake it. What I'm going to do is going to steam it. It takes about 2 minutes to do a chicken breast. So I have this Epicure steamer, okay? And I'm just gonna add the chicken to it. Okay? So I'm also gonna add the Asian, I guess it's like a shake and bake almost. It's called Coat and Mix. And it has a lot of natural ingredients in this as well. Okay, so it's loaded with chia seeds, psyllium, sesame seeds, all that those Asian flavors. I'm just gonna add a little bit to it. And then I'm gonna put it in the microwave for 2 minutes. Now you can add the chicken in the microwave longer if you want it drier, but this essentially is steaming your chicken, so it's going to be moist, okay? So we're just gonna wait for that. I'm just gonna tidy up a little bit here. So the silicone steamer is quite nice. You can do vegetables, rice, proteins. You can even bake cakes in it. It's microwave safe, dishwasher safe. You can put it in the freezer if you want. It's oven safe. You're good to go. But again, you're gonna get that moist meat. So if you like the dry meat, you might wanna cook it on the stove top. Why I like Epicure is because it is low sodium and it doesn't have all those preservatives, doesn't have MSG in it. It's quite natural. You can essentially get out of this jar, you can get, I think it's 28 cups of broth, whereas with a bouillon cube you can only get 1 cup per bouillon. That bouillon also has about 1,200 milligrams of sodium in it, whereas this one here has 35 milligrams of sodium in it. So you can essentially have this whole jar of broth, 28 cups of it, to like 1 bouillon cube, which is nice. With that being said though, my husband does complain that there's not enough salt in it, but I always say it's better to add salt than to have too much. So I always tell him to put a little bit of sea salt in after he cooks it at work. What we're gonna also do is, there's another way you can do this as well. Like I said, you can mix and match. So I'm gonna show you an example of another one. So this one I think is kind of like a vegetable, kind of Italian vegetable one. And it's almost the same thing. I'm gonna do 4 different spices this time. So I'm gonna put some vegetable broth. I'm going to put, I have this spinach dip. So you essentially wanna mix this with mayonnaise or sour cream. You can mix it with cream cheese and have it as a spread. So I'm gonna put, you know what, a tablespoon of that. So I have a garlic and onion, so this kind of replaces the Asian unami. Garlic and onion nutritional yeast. And then I have this tomato and basil dressing, okay? think this is going to be extra nice. Again, all natural ingredients, low in sodium. All our products are actually, most of them are gluten-free. There's no GMOs, they're kosher. So really good for your health. And again, you're gonna wanna fill that up with noodles, vegetables, and then maybe chicken, or you could do meatballs or something like that because it's kind of more Italian based. And I'm just gonna check on our chicken. Okay, so I'm just gonna tear it up to make sure it's all cooked. Again, that chicken was in for 2 minutes. Looks pretty good to me. Here's an example. It's all cooked. So you wanna leave this to just chill for a little bit, only because all your ingredients are gonna get soggy when you put it in your cup. I have some here that I cooked already. And so I'm just gonna stuff the jar with the protein. Okay? Then you take your mason jar lid, put it on top, and you're done. Put it in the fridge, and then when you're done, you wanna add hot water. So when you go to work, it's in your lunch bag, you're gonna boil some water, and you're just gonna fill it up to the top. What I like about this is that I can travel and take this with me anywhere. Just put it in a cooler bag, go to my hotel, boil some water, and have a really nutritional lunch or dinner. Put your jar lid back on. Be careful, it is hot, but you can essentially just tip it upside down and shake it. And look at all that stuff. Look at it all. I usually leave it upside down for a bit, just to let all that stuff settle to the bottom. You're gonna wanna let it sit anyway for 5 minutes to let the noodles and the vegetables drain. Kind of stuffed it a little too much with noodles, but it'll work, okay? So look at all that stuff. All that is a good, hearty soup base, okay? And then you have your noodles here. They're gonna start soaking up and your vegetables are gonna start softening. If you have any questions about how to make this or want new recipes or want me to demonstrate something else, please let me know. I really love these. I've been making them for the last month. Taking them to work, taking them on the road. I've lost 6 pounds since doing this. It's not that much because I'm still weaning off some of the junk food, but essentially I've lost 6 pounds in the last month. I feel better, more energetic, helping with my headaches as well. So because of all the crap that I have been eating prior. So this is why I'm trying to do more clean eating, and this is why I sell Epicure, is because Epicure is part of that clean eating movement. And if you want to look at the ingredients, you want to take a sample, you want to come to you want to try the soup, I'm more than happy to come meet you, or you can come over for a cooking class and I can go over all of this with you as well, or in your guests if you like as well. Please let me know. I will also be adding my Epicure website to this Facebook Live message, and so you can check out all the items on there. Thanks.